Alright, I got an actual rig set up, and I'm not playing off the wheel well of a camper. Fucking FEMA trailer. Now we're playing in what used to be the bunk bedroom of a FEMA trailer, but it got a rig built into it. So this is Sardegna? Sardegna? This is the best race in the campaign to try and grind for money, and if you can get a clean race, you get a 50% bonus on top, puts you over 700k for the 15 laps you run. As long as you're consistent, it's relatively easy. I'm gonna try a new strategy with this. It's the first time I've run this car. I've done a couple laps with, a couple laps with this car at this track, but I have not done a full race. I just purchased the Audi, the R8 GT3. I've been running this with the Corvette, and I'll probably run the same race again with the Corvette and then try my other strategy. What the new strategy is, or for this one, it's going to be pit stop as the AI does. Just run, drink as much gas as I want to, keep it rolling. With the Corvette, I really tried to save and stretch it out, and pitted really late for my last pit, threw on softs and went fuel 1 on my fuel consumption, so drink all the gas by the end of the race. But it's a pretty upbeat race. What starts to feel really good about a lot of these tracks is once you kind of know where you're at and where you're going, it feels so much more natural and everything just gets into a flow. I do want to go a little bit easier with the R8 in some of the corners, at least on the exits, versus the Corvette, because we are a mid-engine setup. And once it starts to go, it goes. At the higher speeds, it's actually easier to handle on that kind of slip because of the downforce generated on this thing, but low speed stuff, if you hop on the throttle too quick, it's game over. Oh, whoa, that was slick. Oh, damn, though. What a wreck. Before they even finished lap 1, that's insane. Whoa, and there I go. Ah, I got butted. We'll keep it moving, though. I didn't look too closely, I just see the colors, but is this a Castrol NSX? Because I'm super into it if it is. Like I said, once you've done a few laps and kind of know where you can just go flat out. It is a Castrol NSX, that is fantastic. But it just feels so smooth. I kind of wanted to jump to the outside there, but the AI really just wants to stick to their lines, so they will run you off the road or into a wall. A little bit of slip. This is probably my worst corner. I get so scared on that one that I'm gonna run into it a little too quick. It's really tight there. A little bit more than 90 degrees turn in. Trying to get that NSX as much room as possible. Subi. Brake a little bit earlier here. That was a lot of on and off right there. Wasn't very comfortable with whatever speed I was at coming in. Alright, we're most of the way up to the pack by lap 3. And that seems like, oh well, you know, no effort, whatever. No, the leaders get gone. We're still 20 seconds behind the top car. And if you keep an eye on that red next to my name, it's probably going to stay right about there for a minute. And then we'll get to see at the different checkpoint areas for the time where I might be able to make up some time on them and where I'm losing it. I know I can brake after 150 on that marker. Trying to upshift a little bit early there, keep the RPMs down to prevent wheel spin on that drop. I do like the feeling in that corner right here when you hit this right. That's a really fun one. I don't know if I'm going to take the Subi on this corner though. It's the ultra tight. Oh, you got to keep it moving better than that, man. Come on. One more spot. I do feel like this thing is a little bit more planted than the Corvette is. I haven't done too much as far as tuning goes to this, only messed with the differential. I did add the medium RPM turbocharger, so the stock car, or stock, you know, GT3 version is actually set up naturally aspirated. I can't recall if the Corvette came with the supercharger, or if it was also naturally aspirated to begin with. A little coming in a little hot there. But for these kind of cars, I'd really like to try and find more of the supercharger stuff. I know turbos can go crazy with the power, but I really like the linear output that a supercharger brings. And I can take a lot more speed through there. I'm also a little bit unfamiliar with the shift points on this. I've driven this car one other time on a full race for Suzuka, and it was honestly what made me buy the car, but it was just the rented base level. So this one actually is set up quite a bit faster because it didn't have the turbo. But I really did like the way the car felt when I rode it at Suzuka at last week's sport mode. So we've got a pit from the leaders. Looks like we're going to be ready to do the same. It looks like they're running hards too, which means they're probably not swapping tires and just hitting for gas. Let's try and do the same. We're running medium, so it doesn't look like our wear's too bad off. And if we come in just a little bit early and stretch it out, we might be able to run hards and then back off on the gas. I would like to only pit 3 times. Any more than that, and it's going to set me too far back. I love this style of racing, though, where you get to actually kind of signal us in. I don't know what the fuck that was. Just popped in. Hey, you cut pit lane entry. I usually get a penalty for that. Or pit lane exit. I didn't realize there were any of the Vision cars in this. Like this race specifically. So it's not a bad looking one. I think that's Mazda, isn't it? Yeah. Usually not the biggest fan of them. They've got their place, just not in my GT3 races. Oh, the new leader went another lap. He was running softs. Very interesting. GR Super ran a lap longer. Back in front of the Subaru. I don't feel like I have to let off anywhere near as much as I did with the Corvette coming through that corner before this stretch. Wow, we're going to make up some ground on this, and there's the Castrol. Still grouped up with the Ferrari, looks cool. Getting a little loose, it's alright. We are expecting a little bit of slippiness once we break the halfway point on tire wear. Braking zones will also have to be adjusted in the next couple laps. There's a little bit of a slide there. Oh yeah, that's getting really loose there. Gonna spin it, keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Oh no, 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 not in the barrier, not in the barrier. Trying to stay out of the traffic best I can. It's alright. 2 BMWs back to back. Got the Endurance in the blue and the Sprint right behind us. Good chance that'll be the next GT3 I pick up. I haven't got to spend a lot of time with it yet, but I know I'm going to fall in love with it. That's kind of why I've been avoiding it. That one right there. That was a great view. Wow, these brakes. So the tires, you can definitely feel that kind of breaking up. Thinking a skip tires on pit wasn't the best idea. It would have been a lot better choice had we run hards to start, but we initiated it on mediums. See where we get to right here. I almost want to start conserving fuel, but I don't want to stay out on track longer than I have to with these tires. Yeah. Any kind of bump on. All right, let's roll. Oh shit, we might be coming into pit. Stick it to hard tires and start fuel consumption. I don't know if I can stretch it 7-8 laps. It would be a stretch, but we make up a couple places. I don't think we're gonna be. Wow. Oh wow, we are pitting this lap. I forgot which foot my e-brake is and I'm just panicking. I don't have a handbrake, I'm on the G29, and I played Dirt Rally just for a minute yesterday because I haven't tested it out on the wheel until then. And oh my god, trying to hit the circle button in the on the G29 when you're hitting the hairpins, it's just insane. Let's go hard. Let's go ahead and top up. This is going to run us to lap 8. And we'll have to go through 15, so that's a lot. That's a lot of fuel. We might have to pit again. Oh, this race is over. 50 seconds behind the lead. We'd have to stay out the whole time. Let's get our fuel map set all the way back so let's see what we can happen. See what we can make happen. I do want to, as much as I want to try and keep a good pace, I need to get the feeling for these hards on these. Because we've ran mediums this whole race, and the last couple laps have been pretty friggin' slick mediums. Yeah, I'm gonna require a lot more braking. Damn. Not our race. As good as it felt starting out, it's just not added up. I don't know if there is a way. If there is, I've missed it. I know you can do it at the race start on your car setup, but in the pit stops, I don't know if there's any way to set up like half and half wheels or tire types. So like if I wanted to run mediums in the front, hards in the back, or vice versa. You can set that up initially, but I don't know if you can do that at a pit stop or not. So I can think of some areas where that would be handy. Minute and 30 seconds behind. We're half a lap back. We're almost a lap back. Never mind. This track isn't as long as I remembered. So goal now is just don't get lapped. And we need to start shifting really early. We have fuel, 4 laps of fuel, and we need to make it like 6 more laps. So we will lose acceleration stuff out of the corners, but if we can maintain speed through, we'll be a lot better off, and we won't have to pit again, hopefully. Just stretch it as far as we can get it. It's our only chance of getting like even the top 10 at this point, as many times as I've spun out. Oh, it feels like a slug coming out the corners. This is really our only chance though. If we have to pit again, it's last place. Probably best case scenario, so. I do think I will be rerunning this with the Corvette that I'm more familiar with. Alright, so we're going to pick up a couple spots, or a spot. A couple spots. Just keep a cushion behind us. Yeah, they're already back on pit lane up in the lead. surprised we're not getting pressured as much as we're losing that power. Really, I'm trying to push it to the corners with what speed we do have. Except for this one, because it's really tight. We are catching some space on it. We only spent about half a lap of fuel on a lap, so solid, absolutely. But we've got to keep doing that. We did gain a little bit of time to the lead. About 20 seconds. They ran through a pit. That was sluggish. Oh, Porsche got up in front of the Subi. So we have stretched a lap of fuel over 2 laps, so we're doubling our savings. That's nuts. Should keep that up, and we need everybody to keep pitting. Looking for a top 10 is all I'm looking for in this now. And it's still a little bit of a stretch in my mind, but we might be able to make it happen if we keep doing what we're doing. Viper in the pits. That's another GT3 I do have. That would be a fun one for this. .4 laps of fuel over that lap. I love it. I feel like from, just a couple times that I've done this race and the one time I've driven this car, so I'm kind of speaking out my ass, it feels like the fuel consumption's easier to manage on this than the Corvette. Which doesn't sound surprising straight off, but at the same time, they're still both big displacement. There is our Castrol NSX. What is up? Get a little ambitious once I start seeing vehicles. I need to just keep my shifting early, or we're not gonna stretch it out. Still gotta manage. That's a good looking car, but alright, 2 laps left, and we're right at 2 laps of fuel. We should be able to just push on this last lap coming up. "14 seconds behind the next car. We need them to pit if we stand a chance for top 10. Consume this lap, push next lap. Or not consume. Save this lap. If anybody hasn't tried drinking and playing this game, best thing. Getting a little loose. Keeping it stable. 14 seconds are coming up on the pit. See if they go in. If they stay out, that's it for us. Now we can push. Looks like they stay out. Alright, 13th place it's gonna be if we can maintain. I do need to keep an eye on the gas still. Because we may only be making 13th, but it's going to be better than what happens if we run out. Still give it a good push, but there's not much point. Since the guys in front decided to stay out. Thirteenth it is. What a ways. 142. I didn't quite see what our lap time was. I think we're still like 3 seconds behind what the lead was running. I'd really like to see what my fastest lap was on that, just to have a comparison. Still got a clean race even after all the spins. Not great money. We'll be coming back in with the Corvette. Hopefully we can pull in a little bit better than 13th. Hope my Spotify isn't coming through. It's gonna get copyrighted to hell if anybody sees it. And for this run, we need to start conserving immediately. Alright, hold up. I don't know why, if you're like using the wheel at all, it will not let you make an adjustment with the dial. So you really gotta wait on the stretches for it, or you gotta do it in that 3-second window that it gives you. So we're set to fuel map 6. We shouldn't have to shift too early to begin with. We'll set that for the end. We're running mediums to start. Still run wide there, that's alright. May look slower to begin with than the Audi, but we are running a different strategy and we're down on power because of the fuel map we're running. But hopefully that'll save us a pit stop. I did learn from the last race, we are changing tires at the first pit that we're given. I'm really surprised I didn't get squeezed back inside with that. Figured AI would try and run a tighter line. GT. Whoop. Whoop. Save it, save it. Here comes GT. Was not an intentional block, swear to you. I am trying to pick up some cues from what I just experienced with the Audi. And I almost want to say that it feels like the Audi's a little bit more planted. I will say I have done a custom setup on the Corvette, so there is that. That could be some of my own tinkering that's caused a little bit of that. But I am a little bit more confident in putting the power down. I don't feel like I can attack the curves as aggressively. I saw the opportunity, I figured we'd take that. Oh my lord, I did not expect to make up that many places right there. Let's see if we can hold it. Corvette up front. Passing the Supra. Nice. Did me and the other Corvette get that on the same turn? Moving on up. AI seems to want to brake in that corner. You can definitely run that flat, I want to say. I usually try and lift off right there. The Audi, I was a lot more confident in that corner, keeping the foot to the floor. We were running conserved on that though, upshifting a little early, so might not have been carrying as much speed. But this Corvette isn't as confidence-inspiring in some of the corners. It feels like you're going to run wide sometimes. That's my favorite corner of the whole track. It feels really cool. Viper's pitting. Lap 4. We might need to stretch a little bit. Let's see. Get our economy up just a tad. Start early shift and see what we can make happen. 2.2 is current. Bumped it there. Came in a little early, did not hit the apex. Wow. Leader that was on softs ran his, oh my god, second place too, ran the fuel all the way out. They are stretching for what they can. So what were we at? We were at 2.2, we're 1.6, so we didn't use quite a full lap, so we can do that again. Just kind of coast through where we can. Keep upshifting a little early. Usually I try and wait until it shows up on the tack, the top end of the rev range, and then I take the upshift. It's usually just enough to where you can get some decent power before you go to the next gear, but you don't drink all the fuel at the top end. Kind of go by sound too. Just listen to the engine where it's at. Find it kind of hard to look down and try and read the gauge. You can see it, but it's a little bit confusing on this one, the digital setup. If you look for the RPMs on here, it's about the middle left, that box that's just constantly running numbers. You just look at the first two. That's like all you get. Like, it moves so fast, there's no way you're able to process the tens and the ones place of that at all before it's changed to something else. Running wide again. Ah, damn. Cutting it a little early right there. Need to stick out to the outside before I dive. It's getting me back because I called it my favorite corner. It's beating the hell out of me now. 1.1. Alright, well, let's take it easy, but we will have to stretch a little bit. And then I think we can go to mediums on this next pit stop. And then if we start conserving early, we can make this a one pit race. So we're already taking the lead. We are going to get passed again. They're already back out. We'll get into the pits and they'll come by, but they will pit again. Surely. I don't know if I've done this race one pit, so this will be interesting. Really shifting early here. Tires are getting wore too. Yeah, only 2.4 seconds to the car behind. Less than 2. They might even catch us before we get to pit lane. I won't fight them for it. We're going to be running slow, just trying to get in there. He'll buzz on ahead. Hopefully he'll pit around the end of the race and we'll get up on him. I would really like if this works again, like this kind of strategy where you just conserve, I would really like to run a race where I pit every time they pit and then still try and get to the top. Seems like a more difficult challenge. I could just raise the AI difficulty as well, but I like to see how the strategies like stack up. As far as consistency goes, this one seems to be alright. I feel a little bit more confident with this. But I haven't done the other one as much, or really at all. Back to mediums, fill her up. And we conserve early so we can try and push at the end if we need to. BMW Sprint. Conserve for a couple laps, then we'll try and burn through some gas. See where we're standing on it. It's kind of hard to gauge out from this far. Just really depends on just the way you drive. When you drive like that, it doesn't help. There's the Viper. Is he running one pit? Or was that his other pit? That might be it for him. We're still on conserve. Let's not get too aggressive just yet. Want to wait out. Still several laps to go. We need the fuel. Still on conserve. We're still not quite there on fuel. Gonna make the pass still. He's gonna come back to the inside. Stay off aggression for now. Plenty of time to make it up. Not enough gas to fight. We could, be super aggressive right now, but then we're stuck in the end trying to conserve. I'd rather try and build up that excess now. The other pits. Run wide, got locked up. Alright, we'll push a bit this lap. That Viper's definitely done pitting. It's gotta be. Got some ground to make up. Got to keep the fuel map. We can run it up a little bit higher. Too much inside. We gotta go back to conserve. We've gotta go back to conserve. Woo, keep it spinning, keep it spinning. As bad as that was, we still need to conserve. And not make mistakes like that. Viper's pitting? Are you serious? Damn, okay. We're still in it. There's an R8 behind us. That's funny. Stay on conserve. I need to make it 2 laps plus this one, and we're at 2.2. Really need to stretch it out. Let it coast in some spots if I can. My lord, this is gonna be close on fuel. We're almost there as far as fuel goes. 1.8 laps and 2 laps to go. Gotta keep conserving. Tires are slapping war. Oh, that's the weird R8. It's not even the one we rode last time. That one's newer and I think faster, and it's cheaper because it looks like dog shit compared to the other GT3. We're gonna block up a little bit, keep the insides as much as we can. He's gonna take it, he's gonna take it. I should have let him just have it. Here comes Viper. That was a complete dick move on my end. 100%, I will take blame. I was expecting a full-on crash right there, but I was like, oh, this is my one chance. Only chance we have of a win is the R8, pits, and the Super right here. Yeah, we're not doing that. There's not a chance. We're on the podium still. But we have to hold off the Viper. Is the Viper pitting again? I'm so confused. I was really stressed out. I was like, there's no way I'm holding the podium. Now I'm less stressed out, but we're definitely not picking up #1 spot. I can't believe that Supra's still out. I figured it was going to pit after I saw the Viper pit the first time. Or that past time. The time before the past. It's pitted a lot. Or there's just 2 Vipers that look the same. Really still got to conserve. We got plenty of time ahead of the last guy as long as we don't really screw this up. Just got to keep it moving. Keep shifting early. 1 pit strategy is stressful. Definitely thinking 2 is the way to go. Alright, that's 3rd place. Not bad. I don't think I've ever got the podium on this race and didn't win, so that'll be interesting to see what the payout's like for this. Finished with 0.2 laps. Glad we conserved all what we did. We barely made that on the gas. Nearly 30 seconds behind the lead driver in the Supra. We did spin in a couple spots though. That's, yeah, probably about what I expected. Clean race bonus though. Oh, very cool. That's all Sargento I'm going to run right now. But I like this one. As much as everybody likes grinding it just for the money and stuff, it's actually a really fun race. Pretty solid length. And I like the required, or not the required, but you have to manage your pit stops in it. So, yeah, good time.